Right then, so I bought this. Watch your head. Watch your head. I bought the Squire Classic Vibe. There we are. There's the one. Bought this second hand for, I think it was about 200 quid. Now, it all looked great and everything until, well, I bought it a few months back and I'd not really played it, to be fair. I started playing it and I noticed the intonation was out, so I started trying to fix it. And I know obviously I've heard online that this bridge system is difficult to get perfect intonation. In fact, it's impossible pretty much to do it. However, I was having tuning problems as well with the bottom E string, the bass E string, so I was wondering why, and I didn't notice until that this is well out of whack. The bridge tray is well out, it's on an angle. Now, I don't think the previous owner did anything to it. In fact, he said to me that he didn't even really play it much, but I'm going to have to try and fix this. I've bought, because I'm not impressed with it, I want to upgrade these anyway. So I've got this Wilkinson one here that's got better air bridges here, so I'm going to try and install this. Now, the another annoying thing is that these bridge screws here won't tighten fully, they're just turning. So I think it's either the body's threaded, which is probably the most likely culprit, which means I'm going to have to fill and re-drill the holes, or it's the screws. Now, I've got new screws with this one, so we will find out. So I'm going to get the strings off and see what's the crack. Right, just got the strings off, and it's loose, really loose. If that's come out, I mean, you're paying a few hundred quid for a guitar. I mean, these are supposed to be, the classic vibes are supposed to be like good bang for buck guitars. If you're buying them new, or I don't ever really buy guitars new or in a second hand now. Good bang for buck. However, that's pretty rubbish, to be fair. So strip the threads on these. It's not very good. I can't really see anything else wrong with the guitar. I like, to be honest with you, with guitars, for me, the neck's everything. I like this finish on the neck, this maple finish, because it reminds me, I used to have an old Mexican Fender Strat, and that had a real nice neck on it. Real nice neck on it. But yeah, not very good that. I'm not very impressed. Go on, Ted. Give us a little dance. Right. Look at this. Just spinning. Just spinning. Can't tighten it. What is going on with this guitar? Really? The screws loosen, they just don't tighten. That's the trouble. Yeah, they just don't tighten. I'm thinking the threads on the screws look great, to be honest. I'm thinking it's going to be the body on this. If that is the case, are these made with wood that's just so soft? Garbage. I mean, what are these new? Like 300 and something quid. I paid 200 for it. And to be honest with you, looking at the frets or whatever, it's never really been played. I've had a strum on it. Oh, we've got one that won't come out. I've had a strum on it, and it seems alright, but as I say, I'm not very impressed with this. It's garbage. The plot thickens. Maybe the previous owner did mess about with it, but why? As far as I can see, that's a standard pickup. Those have definitely been re-drilled or something. That's a right bodge job. Right then, I think this video is going to have to be a two-parter because it's a bigger job than what I thought it is, to be honest with you. Right, so I'm lucky enough that we've got a guitar shop right around the corner, quite a high-end one, and the tech there said to me, there is no way that would get through QC at Squire. There's no way. So the previous owners bodged it, basically, done a bodge job. So I think these holes for the strings are standard, looking at it, because that's where the lacquer's going in there. So I use them as a guide for my new tray. And then what I'm going to do is I've got the gear. He recommended dowel. If you can't get dowel, he said cocktail sticks are good because they're hardwood, and then wood glue. And he said the wood glue will basically be like almost like a cement for it. So I'm going to pack these out with cocktail sticks and wood glue, trim them. He says give them a tap with a hammer once they're in there, because what he said, what will happen is the glue will expand and push the sticks out. So if you want a better finish, just tap them down. And then I'm going to do that, give them a quick sand. Obviously it's under the tray, so I'm not that bothered, and let's be honest, it's not a high-end guitar, is it? But that being said, there's no reason why we can't get it playing nice. So I tend to like to try and get the lower end stuff and do them up. The tech guy, he sort of said to me, like, in his opinion, unless you're spending like 1,200 quid on a guitar, there's not a lot of difference anyway, to be fair. So there we go. Tell you what, look how deep he showed these holes as well. Look at that. I suppose that's not coming out the other side. Oh, do you know what? It's very close. My God. Right then. So I've filled the holes. And basically my tactics been put Gorilla Glue on the cocktail sticks, dose them up good and proper, just push them down. And then I've got like 3 of them in there, some places, like 3 of them to pack it out. He said hammer, like tap them in because the glue pushes them out basically, so tap them in. And then once they're dry, I'm gonna leave it overnight. Once they're dry, I'll give them a quick sand, and then I'll have to drill some more pilot holes for the new screws. So yeah, it should be good, but I'll do that in part 2 for you all. So hopefully we'll get this telecaster singing. So I'm going to wait for that to cure, and then I'm going to start re-drilling it, and then I'll put the next tray on and everything. We'll tune it all, intonate and everything. So stay tuned, I've just got to wait for the glue to dry.